The following is a promotional preview for the upcoming game Booze Barons by Overworld Games. The 1920s were a fascinating time in the United States history, fueled by unprecedented economic growth, jazz, and a wide array of hats. But thanks to prohibition, one thing that it wasn't fueled by was alcohol. At least, not legally anyway. Now, if you wanted to sell intoxicating beverages in that decade, your choices were either no, or to start a shady business bootlegging booze. And that's the stage on which Booze Barons, the newest game coming from Overworld Games, publishers of Good Cop, Bad Cop, and New Salem, takes place. In Booze Barons, players will take on the persona of a kingpin in competing bootlegging mob gangs, each working to deliver their contraband to local speakeasies while simultaneously dodging Johnny Law and gaining clues to rat out their competition. So tell me, do you have what it takes to eliminate the competition and become the reigning Booze Baron? Do you? I hope you know, because really only you can answer that question for yourself. But here, to help you figure out whether or not you have what it takes, let's take a look at how Booze Baron works. Please note, the version of Booze Barons used in this video is a pre-production prototype. The artwork and components in the final version of the game may vary from those shown here. Booze Barons, the game, includes the following components: 54 movement tokens, 36 delivery cards, 10 plastic standees, 9 booze cards, 9 bootlegger cards, 6 location cards, 2 snitch bonus cards, and 1 Booze Baron card. The object of Booze Barons is to amass the most ill-gotten gain in the form of coins, which will be obtained by delivering your spirits to speakeasies and by ratting out your competitors by exposing what brand of alcohol they're peddling. Once only one bootlegger remains unexposed, the player with the most coins will win the title of Booze Baron, and will likely become the star of Academy-nominated gangster films for decades to come. Pair of Dice Paradise makes no guarantee expressed or implied on the likelihood of you becoming a Hollywood legend. To set up the game, first place the 6 location cards on the table. Next, create a stack of booze cards based on the number of players, then shuffle them up and secretly deal 1 to each player face down. The booze cards indicate which type of alcohol you are bootlegging around the town, and the other players will be trying to figure this out so that they can expose you to the authorities and pilfer some of your ill-gotten gains. Next, shuffle the delivery deck and draw 9 cards from it. Place each selected delivery card next to its corresponding location card. The delivery cards tell you the type of booze that's in demand by the thirsty patrons at that location. Finally, each player chooses a bootlegger card, its matching bootlegger pawn, and matching set of movement cards. You are now ready to begin playing. Rounds of the game are split into 2 phases: the movement phase and the action phase. Here's how each one works. During the move phase, players simultaneously select the movement card of the location that they would like to move their bootlegger pawn to. Every player's pawn must move to a new location each round, so no sitting around in one spot. After all players have secretly selected a movement card, they are revealed, and players move their bootlegger pawn to that location. After each player has moved, the action phase begins. During this phase, each player, in turn order, may take one of the following 4 actions. Option 1, the player may pass their turn, which is exactly what it sounds like, so let's move on. The next option is to take the action printed on the location card where the player is currently located. These will vary from location to location, and some may only be possible to perform under certain circumstances. So, use them wisely. Another option is to take the delivery action. To perform the delivery action, a player will take 1 delivery card from the location that their bootlegger pawn is at and place it face up in front of them. However, players may only take delivery cards matching their secret booze type. So, every delivery that you make gives another clue to your competitors as to the secret of your identity. So don't get cocky. Instead of making a potentially incriminating delivery, player may choose to take the tail action instead. To do this, they peek at all the delivery cards another player has collected. But you only get 20 seconds, so pay attention to the cards. Seriously, why are you looking at me? Time's running out. Look at the cards. Look, not where I'm pointing. Never mind, we're out of time. After peering into their opponent's shady past, as the second part of the tail action, the active player may then either steal one delivery card that includes an icon matching their own booze card, or attempt to expose that opponent to the authorities. To expose an opponent, the player attempts to guess their secret booze type, and if they're correct, then that player is exposed. They flip their booze card face up, and they give their movement card, matching their current location, which is worth 2 points at the end of the game, to the player that exposed them. The first player to expose another player also gets a snitch card, which is worth extra points at the end of the game. At the end of the round, the first player card passes to the left, additional cards are added to several random locations, and then the next round begins. The game continues until only one player's secret identity is left unexposed. When that time comes, the game ends, and the player who has amassed the most coins wins the game. Coins will have been obtained in 3 ways. 1 coin for each delivery card they have acquired, 2 coins for each location card that they have stolen away from another player, and 1 coin for each snitch card. And that is Booze Barons by Overworld Games, whose Kickstarter for it is running right now through September 19th, 2015. So, if this sounds like a game that you would be interested in, head over to their Kickstarter right now and lend them your support. That's been Booze Barons by Overworld Games, and I've been Chaz Marler from Pair of Dice Paradise. Head over to their Kickstarter right now and lend them your support. The only thing stopping you is this very video. But you know what? You don't even have to worry about that because this video is finished. So any excuse that you make is going to be a dirty, filthy lie. Which, ironically, is a useful trait for a booze baron. So there, now you don't even have that excuse. Haha.